City Morning Show.
Good morning and welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's always my distinct pleasure to say good morning to everybody who's watching us or listening to us. Muy buenos días, un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. En realidad, nos da mucho gusto escuchar de ustedes, especialmente cuando estoy pasando por sus casas. Me dicen, hola Manuel, te miro cada día. Muchas gracias por eso. Muchas gracias por esa confianza y esa gestión de confianza, porque en realidad eso es confianza. Muchas gracias. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, aquí en la aldea de Trial Farm. Digo la aldea, pero orgullosamente digo la aldea de Trial Farm, porque no estamos en el pueblo, estamos justo al otro lado de la calle, por decir, donde empieza la aldea de Trial Farm. Y nos ves a través de nuestra estación de televisión que se transmite por aire, Canal 10, o quizás tienes un proveedor de cable que tiene un enlace con nuestra estación de televisión. Muy buenos días. We're transmitting live from Channel 10, Nortevisión. We're transmitting via on-air Channel 10 station, or perhaps you're watching us through a cable provider that has Nortevisión Channel 10 as one of its channels. Good morning and welcome to the show. It's always a pleasure to say good morning. And we're not going to break traditions today. We're just going to go quickly into our morning prayer. It's important that we always thank the Lord for everything that He does for us. Today, we saw the light of a new day. And we need to be thankful. Like I said, you don't need to put a face to this God. You just very simply have to believe that He's a person, He's a spirit, He's an entity, much more powerful than you. No comparison. Padre, te damos las gracias por tus bendiciones. Hoy tengo vida, hoy tengo salud, hoy tengo fuerzas. Hoy vine a trabajar y por eso te lo agradezco, Padre. Te agradezco todo lo que haces por nosotros. Nos cuidas, nos proteges, nos perdonas, si así lo queremos, y nos enseñas a través de las experiencias, esa experiencia que muchas veces no entendemos a menos de que tengamos fe y que tengamos una conciencia. Gracias, Padre, por eso. Gracias, Padre, por todos los regalos que nos das a cada uno de nosotros. Que lo podamos utilizar todos estos dones para el beneficio de la humanidad en vez de solo pensar en nosotros mismos. Padre, hoy pido para que todos podamos ser mejores personas. No solo yo, pero tú también. Ser menos arrogantes, ser menos soberbios, ser menos egoístas, menos egocéntricos. Y en torno, mucho más humilde, mucho más generoso, amoroso, dativo. Padre, muchas gracias por todo. Como siempre, pidiendo para aquellas personas enfermas, o aquellas personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles económicamente, físicamente, espiritualmente o emocionalmente. Guíalos todos, Padre. Y por todos nosotros, Padre, que tengamos un bonito día, que podamos hacer lo mejor en nuestro trabajo y siempre regresar a la casa con una sonrisa en la cara y con mucho amor para nuestra familia. Padre, te bendecimos, te adoramos. Amén. If you've just joined us, it's exactly 6 minutes after 7 o'clock. And it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to say good morning. And we had a little rain yesterday. Well, it wasn't a thunderstorm or anything like that. But when it came heavy. And last night, about, 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10. And a little breeze was blowing. And then this morning, it wasn't exactly cold or chilly. It was just cool. Okay? I'm thinking that perhaps the mass of high pressure air which comes after the front will be here within a day or so. So maybe by Thursday night, Friday, we should be expecting temperatures that are much cooler than now. Nonetheless, this is the report for today, Wednesday, 16th of November. And this report generated at 6 o'clock indicates that the general situation, a weak cold front, is affecting the country. Well, I just spoke about that. The 24-hour forecast, variably cloudy with a few showers or periods of light rain, mostly over the sea and along some coastal areas. The winds blowing from the north-northwest, 10 to 20 knots, and the sea stayed choppy to moderate. There are no advisories in place, and let me tell you that there's no hurricane, no tropical storm, nothing. And we want to say thanks. Thanks to the good Lord for all of these things, all of these good things. The outlook for Thursday and Thursday night is for variably cloudy skies, with a few showers or periods of light rain, mostly over the sea and along southern coastal areas. The temperatures, the highs for today along the coast, 84 degrees, inland 88, and up in the hills a cool 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And the lows for tonight along the coast, 72 degrees, inland 68, and up in the hills 64 degrees. The tides, there's a high tide at 11:42 this morning. There's a low tide at 4:46 this afternoon. That's followed by another high tide at 11:05 tonight. And that in turn is followed by another low tide at 6:11 tomorrow morning. The sun sets today at 16 minutes after 5, and the sun rises tomorrow morning at 1 minute before 6. The moon rises tonight at 8:15, and the moon sets at 3 minutes after 8 tomorrow morning. We want to thank Forecaster Gentle for that information. Muy buenos días, compañeros. Este es el reporte del tiempo para hoy, miércoles 16 de noviembre, y 16, 17, 18. El sábado es día feriado. Quiero que, si es que no lo sabías, que lo pongas que lo anotes en tu calendario y que prepares para ello. Este reporte se generó a las 6 de la mañana, indica la situación actual, que un frente de frío débil, un frente de frío bastante débil, está afectando nuestro país. Para las siguientes 24 horas, el pronóstico llama para cielos parcialmente nublados con algunos chubascos o periodos de lluvia ligera, pero particularmente sobre el mar y sobre algunas áreas costeras. Los vientos del norte-noroeste de 10 a 20 nudos, el estado del mar agitado a moderado, no hay ninguna advertencia y en realidad bastante alegre de que pues no tenemos ninguna tormenta, ningún huracán, nada por el estilo que nos esté amenazando. Así que faltan 14 días para terminar lo que es el periodo de huracanes, así que no estamos completamente fuera de la sartén de aceite rebosando, pero estamos casi, ya se apagó el fuego. Entonces simplemente hay que esperar que todo entre en su lugar. Se espera que para mañana jueves y mañana jueves por la noche tengamos cielos parcialmente nublados con algunos periodos de lluvia, lluvia ligera, especialmente sobre el mar y sobre algunas áreas costeras. Las temperaturas, compañeros, las altas por la costa 84, en el interior 88, por las colinas 75, las bajas por la costa 72, en el interior 66 y por las colinas 64. Las mareas, una alta ocurre esta mañana a las 11:42, luego una baja a las 4:46 por la tarde, seguido entonces por una alta a las 11:05 por la noche y por último una marea baja mañana a las 6 de la mañana con 11 minutos. El sol se oculta hoy a las 5:16 minutos. El sol sale mañana a las 6 menos 1 minuto, mañana jueves. La luna igualmente sale hoy por la noche a las 7:45 y se oculta a las 8:03 minutos. Y le damos las gracias a Forecaster Gentle por esta información y también bastante agradecidos con nuestros patrocinadores, el señor Honorable Gaspar Vega y su familia. Muchas gracias. El señor German Vega y su familia. Muchas gracias. Hungry. Siempre da comida viernes, sábado y domingo. Con comida de pavo. Y también Albion's Transportation y también, obviamente, Aqualife Water. Compañeros, son las 7:12. Vamos a tomar una pausa y regresamos con ustedes tan pronto esos anuncios. Vamos a esa pausa.
You know your baby is happy when wearing baby pampers. Baby pampers in all sizes. Baby pampers make your baby happy. Available at German Vega and Sons.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country? Sun, fun, and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by Southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Johnny Briseño and the PUP went to Belmopan to declare all their assets to the National Assembly. But did they declare everything?
Where are those Melanias? Those people that did millions of dollars for the Kenyan and we only come up with money that belongs to our people's United Country. That money does not belong in falling back account. Give it here.
Yes, Johnny. Bring back the people's money.
Listen up, Belize. Digicel will be launching its brand new 4G LTE network in December of this year. But to enjoy the super fast LTE mobile data speeds, you are going to need three things. First, you will need an LTE capable device, Band 2 or 17. If you're not sure whether your device is LTE capable, you can simply check your phone settings. And if you plan on getting a new phone, be sure to ask if the phone is LTE capable and has the right band, 2 or 17. The second step is to change your old SIM card to the new USIM to be able to experience maximum LTE speeds. Beginning November, BTL will swap out the USIMs free of charge for everyone who has a 4G LTE device. Old SIM cards will continue to work as per usual, but you won't be able to enjoy the full 4G LTE experience. And the last step? Well, the last step is to get a data plan. Whether you're a prepaid or a postpaid customer, we have plans to suit you. So no one has to miss out on the Digicel 4G LTE revolution. So, LTE capable device, USIM cards, data plan. Let's get ready for the December launch.
Mr. Briseño claims that he wants to imprison anyone named in immigration wrongdoing.
Once we get into government, we are going to go through this, and anybody that can be held criminally liable, we are going to hold them liable, and if they have to go to jail, they are going to go to jail. Enough is enough.
But even your name is there. I for recommending a visa. I signed. It's an international person. I can't.
I have
but it's there in the visa one. That's my point. It's in the visa one. I think that's. I saw it once. I saw it.
I did not. I don't remember ever. Please show me the page.
Are Johnny and the PUP ready to lead?
government investment in sporting and recreational facilities countrywide continues under the Belize Infrastructure Limited. In the Cayo district, the Victor Galvez Recreational Park, the Falcon Field basketball court, and the Santa Elena football field are all completed and being enjoyed by the community. The Benquevejo Marshallek Football Stadium is under construction and residents are eagerly anticipating its completion. In Dangriga, the upgrading of the Carl Ramos football field is complete and ready for matches, while the construction of the Dangriga indoor court and multipurpose facility is well underway. In Punta Gorda, the residents are already enjoying the upgraded Toledo Union football field, while the PG indoor court and multipurpose facility is progressing on schedule. The government is committed to building vibrant communities. Your vision, our mission, the government of Belize.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Cayo staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Buster. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Buster. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Buster. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Get the lowest rates to more cell, business, and home phones on the country's largest network.
My credit lasts longer, so I could keep up to date.
Belize. Check out our brand new website, www.digicel.bz. Get live chat help on any device, the latest in 4G phones, and see what's up with all our awesome Digicel promotions. Log on today.
Across the country, development and transformation continue under this government. The new Guanacaste roundabout at the junction of the Hummingbird and the George Price highways is complete and one to be proud of. The George Price Highway is being rehabilitated from the Belmopan Junction to Benquevejo. There will be a new baking pot bridge and upgrade of the Caracol Road. Also, the new Macau River bypass and bridge will be completed by March 2017. In the Belize district, the work has already started from the Hallover Bridge to the Philip Golson Airport, and funding has now been secured for the new link road to span the Belize River starting from behind Gentrack and coming out at Mile 8 on the George Price Highway. A $40 million UK grant has been secured for the paving and aligning of the coastal road and construction of new bridges. Under this same grant, The Philip Golson Highway will be improved between Orange Walk and Corozal. This government continues to work for the development of Belize. Your vision, our mission.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning if you just joined us. It's 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. Son las 7:22 minutos. Nuestras disculpas que nuestro compañero no ha venido hoy. Prometió llegar, pero no ha llegado. Sin embargo, we have some issues which we need to talk about. We need to expound. And one of those issues is the incident with the Guatemalan armed forces that occurred some days ago. Literally a confrontation between the Satim patrol vessel and the GAF naval patrol. GAF meaning Guatemalan armed forces. I think that I join with the rest of people, and I think that all of us as Belizeans should be very concerned about this incident. But before I go into my personal views, there is an official press release that came out from the government of Belize, and this is dated on Monday. Actually, Belopan, it says Belize November 14th, 2016, and I will read. The Belize Defense Force, BDF, received a report of an incident that occurred on November 10th, 2016, in which the Sarstoon Temash Institute for Indigenous Management, which is known by its acronym SATIM, was interrupted by Guatemalan armed forces while operating on the Sarstoon River. On the said date at about 7:30 in the morning, Satim personnel, along with village leaders of Crique Sarco and Graham Creek, carried out a routine community forest patrol along the Sarstoon River. And I mentioned it's a routine patrol. It's something that they do all the time. The patrol was organized by Satim to monitor deforestation and illegal activities in southern Belize. The Belize Forward Operating Base, the FOB, reported that around 7:30 that morning, the vessel docked at the FOB and that Satim, and this is Belize's side, remember that we've built a forward operating base on Sarstoon Island, or in that area, and that Satim would be conducting a routine patrol. The FOB reported that the vessel then proceeded to the Sarstoon through the northern channel, which I must say is completely within the country of Belize. Completely. At about 2:30 p.m. on the same day, the Satim vessel returned and reported to the FOB that a GAF patrol vessel had stopped them as they were traversing the Sarstoon. Belizean authorities are following up with Guatemalan counterparts to get clarification on this recent incident in the Sarstoon. And that's the end of the... I don't know if they're limiting the information that they're giving out. But the way it ends, Belizean authorities are following up with Guatemalan counterparts to get clarification on this recent incidents in the Sarstoon leaves a lot to be desired, I'll be honest with you. A lot to be desired. This has been happening for weeks and for months and continues to happen regardless of all the diplomacy and all the discussions that we've had. I think at this point it's a downright shame for that we're not taking a more proactive role when it comes to traversing, Belizeans traversing its own river, the Sarstoon. Other parts of the world, I'm not advocating for war, I'm not advocating for violence, definitely no. But there are different ways of doing things. If one doesn't work, good Lord, try another. And if that doesn't work, then try something else. We've seen all of these, we've heard all about these incidents, about Belizean vessels being stopped within what is the Northern Channel, which is completely within Belizean territory. Okay? The 1859 treaty clearly defines the boundary of Belize as the midsection of the southern part of the Seboon River. Of the Sarstoon River, I'm sorry. And when it joins, when the northern branch and the southern branch join, then thereafter it's the midsection of the river. And Belizeans are free to traverse that river without having to ask permission from anybody. There's no protocol. That protocol, I don't know what that young man was referring to when he talked about it. But I do believe that our Ministry of Foreign Affairs needs to change their attitude, to change the way they do things. I'll be honest with you. Other countries, man, this calls for a confrontation. Why aren't we reacting to the position that Guatemala has, that contrary to the 1859 law, that Guatemala is desirous of annexing our Sarstoon River? I think that we need to take this up to a different level. We've been to the US. Maybe they're doing this behind the scenes. I don't know. But at the end of the day, guys, I'd like, if you're worried about this or preoccupied about this or whatever, give us a call. Perhaps you may have a suggestion. And I think that, what does it tell us for the future? That we have to be careful whenever we traverse our own river? That SATIM has to be asking permission from the GAF patrol every time it goes down the river? Hell no. Hell no. That's, I don't have the word for it, but that's uncalled for. You don't ask for permission from any other country when you're traversing your own river. And then whenever, I'm hoping that the government of Belize, through its Ministry of Foreign Affairs and through its diplomats, should be working along with should be approaching neighboring countries and asking them to speak to Guatemala, because that's something. everybody would have taken it as calm as they were. And I'm just hoping that one of these days, no violence erupts, because then that's taking it to another level. I'm just hoping that some sort of pressure, and I don't know if Guatemala is just being the bully, and we are just being the complacent neighbor, the very passive, complacent neighbor, and saying, oh, everything's going to be all right, a little pat on the shoulder, everything's going to be all right. No, I don't think that should happen, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that at this point, we as a country should be permitting this to happen. And I'm just asking the authorities, if they're listening, whatever, to please break the impasse. See if perhaps some other thing can be done. Huh? Think outside of the box. I'm not thinking violence. Violence only comes to the person who has run out of ideas. I believe that we can say, you could use your cabecita. God gave us a cabecita, not for wear hat, but to think. Okay? So I'm just hoping that the authorities are going to be able to be more proactive and be more resourceful and try to settle the situation. Because, as I repeat, it's a downright shame that this is happening with the Guatemalan Air Forces, Armed Forces. I don't know. The treaty calls, and they signed this treaty, and they have accepted this treaty from God knows 140 odd years ago, 50 odd years ago. And the treaty clearly says that the midsection of the Sarstone is the boundary. Hello, it doesn't say anything about the Sarstone being for them. So that's a legal issue. Why aren't we acting upon that? Why aren't we acting upon that? We do have the territorial dispute being taken to court, well, not taken to court, not yet, but you know, it went through a lot of negotiating process and a lot of diplomacy, and finally that didn't work. It didn't work because at the end of the day, Guatemala doesn't want it to work. God knows that when my brother was a chief negotiator, Fred Martinez, he tried. He lived for Belize, and he worked arduously and tirelessly. And even though he was sick, he would still be out there. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm not making any comparisons. All I'm saying is that it's a downright shame that we right now have to be tolerating this activity from the Guatemalan Armed Forces. I don't know what you think, but perhaps sometime you can talk about it. You can vent. You can consult with your neighbor, with your family, something, because at the end of the day, this is Belize we're talking about. This is our country. We can't go to Mexico and say, tell you what, Mexico, for you both can't come by the Rio Hondo because the river belongs to us. All of a sudden, it belongs to you, to us? Hell no. That's open war with Mexico. Open war. Next thing you know, battleship and everything, 10 million soldiers at Pantapaway. An obvious exaggeration, but it's just to illustrate my point. But at the end of the day, guys, nos están tomando de tontos. Muy pasivos, too complacent, and I think that we need to change that. Guys, it's exactly 7:37. I'm sharing that with you. But I do believe, and that's of utmost importance. I do believe that this is best shared with somebody to openly talk about it. So let's take a break. And we'll be right back with you with some more.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country. Sun, fun, and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by Southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Johnny Briceño and the PUP went to Belmopan to declare all their assets to the National Assembly. But did they declare everything?
Where are those Melanias? Those people that did millions of dollars over the 10 years when we only government. Money, everyone, our people, you know, to something. That money does not belong in foreign bank accounts. Bring it here.
Yes, Johnny. Bring back the people's money.
Listen up, Belize. Digicel will be launching its brand new 4G LTE network in December of this year. But to enjoy the super fast LTE mobile data speeds, you are going to need 3 things. First, you will need an LTE capable device, band 2 or 17. If you're not sure whether your device is LTE capable, you can simply check your phone settings. And if you plan on getting a new phone, be sure to ask if the phone is LTE capable and has the right band, 2 or 17. The second step is to change your old SIM card to the new USIM to be able to experience maximum LTE speeds. Beginning November, BTL will swap out the USIMs free of charge for everyone who has a 4G LTE device. All SIM cards will continue to work as per usual, but you won't be able to enjoy the full 4G LTE experience. And the last step? Well, the last step is to get a data plan. Whether you're a prepaid or a postpaid customer, we have plans to suit you. So no one has to miss out on the Digicel 4G LTE revolution. So, LTE capable device, USIM cards, data plan. Let's get ready for the December launch.
Mr. Briceño claims that he wants to imprison anyone named in immigration wrongdoing.
Once we get into government, we are going to go through this, and anybody that can be held criminally liable, we are going to hold them liable, and if they have to go to jail, they are going to go to jail. Enough is enough.
But even your name is there. I signed it. For recommending a visa. I signed it. It's an international person. I can't.
I have no
but it's there in the visa one. That's my point. It's in the visa one. I think that's. I saw it once. I saw it. I saw it.
I did not. I don't remember ever. Please show me the page.
Are Johnny and the PUP ready to lead?
Government investment in sporting and recreational facilities countrywide continues under the Belize Infrastructure Limited. In the Cayo District, the Victor Galvez Recreational Park, the Falcon Field Basketball Court, and the Santa Elena Football Field are all completed and being enjoyed by the community. The Benquevejo Marshallek Football Stadium is under construction and residents are eagerly anticipating its completion. In Dangriga, the upgrading of the Carl Ramos football field is complete and ready for matches, while the construction of the Dangriga indoor court and multipurpose facility is well underway. In Punta Gorda, the residents are already enjoying the upgraded Toledo Union football field, while the PG indoor court and multipurpose facility is progressing on schedule. The government is committed to building vibrant communities. Your vision, our mission, the government of Belize.
Let's get ready to rumble!
with it.
Get serious. Get bopped.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things, things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
With PTL, paying is easy, rewarding is free, especially when you pay early. All PTL and Digicel postpaid customers who pay their bill 5 days before the due date will be entered into our grand raffle to get a chance to win a 55-inch HD TV, courtesy of Quartz Belize, and 1 year free high-speed internet service. Drawing date December 23rd. Plus, 5 lucky customers will win $100 free credit every month until the final drawing. Visit the office to update your account information, and you can also get extra chances to win. We want you to win, so pay early and get into the raffle. Paying is easy, rewarding is free, only with BTL.
BTL, it's all about you.
Oh my god, like seriously. Right away, how
Get the lowest rates to more cell, business, and home phones on the country's largest network.
my credit last longer, so I could keep up to date.
Belize. Check out our brand new website, www.digicel.bz. Get live chat help on any device, the latest in 4G phones, and see what's up with all our awesome Digicel promotions. Log on today.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 14 minutes before 8 o'clock. And one of the issues that is in everybody's mind right now, at least here in Orange Walk, is the desperate efforts. And I say desperate because I think that's the right word. Very desperate efforts of a certain individual, Mr. Cervantes, who is the standard bearer of the People's United Party for the Orange Walk North Division. And he tries to bring down, literally, Mr. Gaspar Vega, the Honorable Gaspar Vega. I heard reports yesterday that he has been to the Mexican media, newspapers, and that there's a big article in the newspaper. I don't recall which newspaper it is, if it's Diario de Quintana Roo or Novedades, or regardless. But the point is that he's taking this to a different level. Despite the fact that the Honorable Gaspar Vega has resigned from the cabinet, he's no longer a minister. Despite the fact that he has said that he's not going to resign from the House of Representatives because that's his responsibility. He was elected by the people to serve for 5 years as an elected representative. The Prime Minister cannot force anybody, any House member, to resign. That has to be entirely a decision from the member of the House for him to resign. Or there can be a recall after 18 months of elections. And that's a process which involves a lot of signatures from people. And eventually gearing up to the recall, to bringing down this person, and then obviously forcing a by-election. All of these actions by Mr. Cervantes can be said very simply to be very desperate. I can begin with telling you about the accusation that when he said that Mr. Vega was supposed to be, allegedly, supposed to be the one who masterminded the murder of his father, Senor Ramon Cervantes, allegedly. And Mr. Gaspar Vega took him to court. We yet have to, for defamation of character, we yet have to get some sort of verdict from the judge, from the court, as to what happened with that case. Because we used to go to Belize City to lend support to the family, because I was quite involved in that. And I still fervently believe that Mr. Vega has absolutely nothing to do with that. What benefit would it be for him? And in the first place, Mr. Vega is no murderer, period. So all of these accusations are geared at trying to bring down Mr. Vega, trying to defame the man, trying to tarnish his good name. Pero, una cosa voy a decir. Mi madre siempre decía, el que obra de mala fe, no se le pudre el pie, se le pudre otro. Ay, tú no terminas. Pero te quiero decir simplemente que no debemos de obrar mal contra nuestro prójimo, crear para tu beneficio político, defamar a una persona. No sé qué tipo de mente diría, haz lo que es necesario, no importa qué hagas, mientras que logres lo que quieres. Sin consecuencias, sin preocuparte de las consecuencias, tanto para el prójimo, pero ¿sabes qué? Generalmente las personas que tan desesperadamente buscan algo, quieren algo, generalmente no lo consiguen. Por algún acto de providencia, sucede algo. I'm not quote-moting anything, but I am just pissed off, literally pissed off by the actions of this man who is trying to, by all means and by all measures and taking anything into possibility, try to bring down Mr. Vega. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that Mr. Vega has, over the past 8 years, distinguished himself as one of the best, if not the best representative Orange Walk North has ever had. Nobody's perfect. Hablando la neta, hablando al grano, nobody's perfect. But I will prefer to remember all the good things that he did for Orange Walk North, rather than concentrate on 1% where he may have erred. May have. But at the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, are you perfect? Yo sé que yo no soy perfecto. Tengo muchas imperfecciones. Pero al final del día, compañeros, siquiera no ando defamando a nadie, ni poniendo mal a nadie, para mi propio beneficio. Esto es llevar la política a otro nivel completamente fuera de orden. Yo no sé qué tú piensas, but at the end of the day, guys, that's completely wrong. I've always said, if you want to take anybody to court, well, damn it, take your own people to court. Take the PUP to court for crimes against the country. Take Said Musa to court. Take Fonseca to court. Take, God knows, the leader to court, whoever. But those are people that have done more damage to this country than anybody else. The Prime Minister right now is trying his best to try to refinance the super bond. You go like, what? Super bond again? Yes. It's a reminder. It's a legacy that we have from the PUP days, where they borrowed left, right, and center. And the bad thing is that we got not one thing to show of it. I know some people got very wealthy of it. And then, what did we do about it? We just talked about it, and after that dismissed it and said, tell you what, we know and do the same thing. And the life continues. Y la vida continúa. No, it's not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to call a spade a spade. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to stand firm in our conviction. We have to stand firm in our conviction that Mr. Vega should remain in office. Mr. Vega is worthy of the office he holds, and despite the efforts from his opponent, who so desperately wants that position, he wants power, apparently he's power hungry, I believe that you at the end of the day, because they'll be calling you to sign and calling you to put your name and everything, stand firm on your conviction that Mr. Vega has been a damn good representative for Orange Walk North. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 4 minutes before 8 o'clock. It's a pity that Mr. Jones did not come to dinner, Mr. Usher, but nonetheless, we'll see you here again tomorrow, Thursday. I just remind you that Saturday is a public holiday, a bank holiday. So, no make no plans for Saturday. However, I gathered that there's going to be activities from the Garifuna community here in Orange Walk and all over the country celebrating the arrival of the Garifuna to the settlement, to the then settlement of Belize. I want to anticipatedly wish everybody a happy Garifuna Settlement Day. I know it's still Wednesday, hello, but así es la cosa. We have to gear up to it. Nonetheless, guys, I will call it a show. It's exactly 3 minutes before 8 o'clock. And we want to thank Rahim and Maurice on the controls. And to all of you, thanks for watching us. Thanks for being a part of our daily programming. Y muchas gracias, compañeros, por todo. Mañana nos vemos aquí en Nortevisión, Canal 10, Sugar City Morning Show, a la misma hora, a las 7 de la mañana. Cuídense mucho. Yo soy Manuel Martínez. Nos vemos.
Sugar City Morning Show.